then finally, this last part, I'm going to give you some tips as to how to prepare for the shoots, but not just the shoot itself, but everything that goes before and after. So let's recap on the last two videos. The first one was about the carry-on bag, which is my backpack. Had my lenses, my bodies, triggers and receivers, laptop, backup drive, memory cards, LED panel for video, lenses, and batteries and chargers. So that in a nutcase are your vitals. That's what you don't want to lose, that's what you want to keep with you at all times, and that's what you don't want to get stolen or get delayed by the flight. On the second video, we talked about the actual check-in bag, which will be a suitcase where I will have some of the clothes, because I will be down there for an hour, for a week. So I have my clothes in there, a pair of jeans or two, a pair of sneakers, and you know the weather's going to be nice down there. So more than likely a couple of t-shirts and a sweater just in case it gets cold. I have a beauty dish, some light stands, some umbrellas, the Vagabond Mini from Paul Buff, and then one L&B AB 1600. So the first part, be prepared. I would suggest to bring inspiration. I'm going to be shooting swimwear and underwear, and also some lifestyle. So I have some magazines here. This is a classic. So I have the Sports Illustrated book. It's a huge book, huge images. Some of the top models that have been on this the swimwear. Look at this. But on the swimwear edition. So that's one. I have different magazines from older magazines from the summer. So this one is a May edition of Elle. This one is a June edition of Elle. This one is a May edition of Vogue. And this one is the July version of Marie Claire, which is a Spanish magazine. So there's a lot of lifestyle and a lot of swimwear and beach shots on there, so you can get some ideas and inspirations, and that way you can share with the model for tear sheets, and just to have some type of direction. You do want to, when you get on location, if you have anyone that you know down there, or if you can get a little tour just to scout locations, do that. In my case, I do not have that. I'm all by myself. I'm going to meet with the models and get to work. So I have an application for my iPhone, and this is called Cordoco. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on Google Earth, look at some locations and see what looks interesting, at least from from a composition standpoint, and see if I can find some trees and things of that nature. Check those out on the first date. And with Cordoco, which is an iPhone app, I will take the photographs of the location, for the areas that I like, and then Cordoco will add some metadata to the photograph, and it will have the actual location on the map. I can actually, from my phone, GPS it to go back to that same location. So that's part one. The second thing I would like to share with you guys is LightTrack. Great application. Basically what LightTrack does, it shows you clockwise the motion. So how the sun would move, where it would rise, where it would set, and all the spots in between in 10-minute increments. So it's amazing. So if you want to shoot at 2 p.m. and you want to know where the sun is going to be, you can do it that way, or you can look for the sun to be at a specific spot, and find out what time that will happen, and and prepare accordingly. So that's also a great app. Now I like to do behind the scenes, and I like to document, all the fun stuff that, fun to me, all the fun stuff that I do while I'm actually working. So some of the apps that I will be using, that you can take a look at. First of all, will be Putting Camera. I like the different lenses that they have and the different effects that you can do with the different lenses. So I will use that just to take photographs with my iPhone as I go on my trip. And I will share those on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. My Instagram is @HermanPhoto, which is the same as my Twitter, @HermanPhoto. Photo will be PHOTO. And finally, iMotion HD, which basically take pictures by whatever the increment you choose, and then it will make a video out of it, an HD video that you can use for YouTube or for yourself or for behind the scene video, whatever the case may be. Those were tips, you know, to prepare for the actual shoot on location, as far as your content, as far as your locations and how to scout them. Now if you're gonna drive when you travel, if you're gonna hop on a bus or the train, I guess it will be a little different. But after 9/11, flying can actually be, it's actually simpler now. Things move faster, quicker, and smoother, but you just have more hoops to go through. I'm gonna be flying with Spirit Airlines, and Spirit is a great, well, what I like about Spirit is the fact that, at least for the Caribbean and Florida, what I like about them is that they have some really affordable rates. So I'm going from Washington, D.C. down to Florida for, I believe it's like $120 maybe, round trip. The catch is you have to pay for your luggage, which is getting more and more common. So in this case, Spirit will charge you $30 for a carry-on baggage, and this cannot be bigger than 16 inches in length, 14 in width, and then 12 in depth. Make sure that you measure your bag and the dimensions for your carry-on. The cost for the check bag is $28, and it cannot be greater than 62 linear inches, which means that the sum of your length, width, and depth cannot be greater than those 62 inches. And the maximum weight that you can have on that bag would be 40 pounds. But on your carry-on, you do not have a weight limit. So keep that in mind as you pack. So that's for the Spirit, for the airline. Just make sure, most airlines require for you to be there 2 hours in advance. Just make sure that you plan to be there 3 hours in advance, just in case. So that was that. In regards to shooting on location, preparing for a on-location shoot, and then also tips on traveling. If you have any questions or any things that you would like to actually see, feel free to send me a note or an email that way. Other than that, you know, best of luck to you guys. Go out, shoot, and I am going to Miami. So next time you see me, I might be a little bronzer. But on that note, I have to finish packing, finish some editing. I have to print my boarding pass and get to working. All right. So again, you guys go shoot, and I'm flying.